lost the link in that, whatever that update is that's happened. We've lost the link for the Straight Pool World Championships. So we'll go to the home page. Anyway, welcome back. We're back in Virtual Pool 4. We've got another 2020 Straight Pool World Championship match between Mr.Bill and Chicu. And this is a one-loss side match.
Semi-Pro 4. Yo.
Good afternoon, welcome back. Did I title this as a one-loss side match? Yes, I did. Just double checking. You need to let me know how the stream's going, guys. I've got the Celtic Rangers game on my second monitor. I've got the volume down on it. I'm just keeping my eye on the game. So how that's going to affect the bandwidth, I don't know, but let me know. So this is the second match today. If we can get that bracket up, we'll know where we stand. Yeah, that whatever happened in VP4, I wasn't in the room, but I never got kicked. But something happened, and now that everything's been restarted, we've lost the
Semi-Pro 4. Sounds like you're far away but can hear you.
Ah, right, that's the problem. I've got the mic up the top of my head. I move it out the way when I'm not streaming, and now I forgot to bring it down so you can hear me now. Event bracket. Right, so that's the match that's going to happen in a couple of days' time. I won't be able to get on the one loss side with Bedhead and Chris, and we've got the match between Hazard and Baxter at 5 PM. That's the next one in the list. Meanwhile, if I can find it, wherever the hell it's gone, we've also got LS3 and Fantastic Mr. Fox later on tonight, and this is a match that we're concentrating on now. So we're all set. Check my little doodle. So Bill, it's now Bill's turn to step up if he's going to be a contender.
Semi-Pro 4. Bill 150, Chicu 45.
Well, Chicu's on 1397. Where's he from? From Chile. So South America versus North America, and well, his rating suggests, like most players, he doesn't play a lot of straight pool, but when he has played, he probably hasn't won many, which might not sound too good for his chances in this match. But Bill is in. Let's have a look. Still 0-0 in the Old Firm game. But Bill, I think, well, Bill was in the top 10 list of the highest runs. I think he had 50. But that's now gone. I don't think he'll be that worried about high runs. He'll just be worried about getting through this match and getting it over as quick as he can. And he's having to call the combo because he's in no position here for a shot. That's a good recovery. Problem ball's the 12 and a 1. Well, at the moment, this Old Firm game started half an hour ago. Celtics dominated possession for most of the first half an hour, but they can't get the ball in the net. Rangers goalkeeper saved them on a couple of occasions. Rangers 16 points in front. Celtic with 3 games in hand, but Celtic need to get a result today. or their 10 in a row prospects are gone. So Bill still with the problem. Now he's going to have to, if he can get the 1, he's going to have to deal with that now. And once again looking for a break ball, but where is it? There's nothing immediately springs to mind here.
Semi-Pro 4. 9B for break ball.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not ideal, but it's you know, it's Hobson's choice. That's all you've got. It's not perfect. Well, what about that 3 ball? That's pretty tight, but it might be a good option as well. So he's still got 2 choices, and it may well end up being the 3 ball. He's going to have to drag across to try and hold for this 12. Well, he's just letting it run.
3B possible.
Well, he's now in not a bad position to get the 3 ball, because this is a simple shot to stun the 12 and get up the table and out, or let it spin off the rail. He's using the spin, but he's got too much juice in it, I think, almost. He's just gone over the top a bit here. So it's a nasty cutback on the 3. But again, he's played it at a nice pace. The 4 balls come into play. I think he's blocked off, and that might be his only choice. And he's going to maybe have to cut this 4 into the left middle, because if he pushes it into the top corner, the cue ball's going dangerously close to that middle pocket. And then he'll have the 9. Yeah, he's having to take it in the middle. That was a danger of taking it long, would have been the scratch. So the run goes to 16.
Semi-Pro 4. Personally rather have distance from pack with break ball. Don't like taking balls so close to pack.
Well, I think in another way it works in your favour, because you're bound to be a lot more accurate with the pot using the break ball when you're fairly close in. And the other thing is, obviously, you don't need to. You're more than likely going to be more accurate. And I think when you're close in, you should be able to get better control of the cue ball, a better judge of what sort of spin you're putting in the cue ball when it hits the pack. We've seen what's happened when players have left long distance break balls, they've been missed. It just puts that wee bit more emphasis on the pot. At the end of the day, as I said earlier, sometimes you don't have that choice. Sometimes that's the way the balls end up. You just have to make do and get through it. And Bill's overhit that by a big margin, because I think he played for the 8 ball. And the 12, 11 and 12 isn't set. That's going to go to the jaw. So now he's going to have to cut the 1 for a recovery. That's his only option. And where's his next ball coming from? Now you're better not trying to do too much. He's trying to go inside to catch something, and he's got it. Now again, we still have issues. And straight away though, he's going to deal with one of them. Take the 7, split the 11 and 14. Now the trick here would be pot the 2 and try and get in that gap between the 10 and the 13, because you're bound to then get rid of the 15 or the 8. And Bill hasn't seen it. I don't know I mean, he should have just dropped round. He was bound to have been on the 13 or the 10, but he could have got rid of the 8 or the 15 there from that last shot. It's like I keep saying, when you've got problems, you're far better dealing them as soon as you get the chance to do it.
High all.
Good afternoon, Cobra. Well, he's nudged into them, but he's created another problem. You see what I mean? He should have taken that ball the way I suggested by just dropping into the gap, and now he's had to play an unforced cannon, and he's created another problem for himself. And already
Semi-Pro 4. High Cobra.
This is threatening to break down here unless he can get something on those 2 balls, and he can do that off the 12 ball if he's got enough angle just to stun. He's got to try and chip one of these away, and he's managed that, so the problem has been dealt with, but he left it late. And the 14, of course, the obvious break ball. And can he get good on it? He's gone too far in the 15 and he's stuck to the rail, and I don't think he can avoid hitting the 14. He's going to be very lucky if he misses that 14 ball. It looks odds on he's going to be pushing that to the rail. Well, he has managed to miss it. Is he getting in the pack? No, but he's ended up dead straight, so he's now pinching an angle to go around the jaws and catch the pack. That's what he's trying to do. Just use the width of the pocket. He's caught the pack, but only a glancing blow, so the run is over, and the run ends at 29. Now let's see what sort of strategy, our first look at Chicu, and see whether he is going to think his way out of a problem, or whether Bill's going to leave him anything. 7 ball gets to the rail. Cue ball tight on that top of the pack, and nothing available. So let's see what Chicu makes of this. Well, already the signs are not good. He's calling a bank. He could be. I don't know whether he can actually draw off that 12. He can draw off that 12 just into the pack for a safety. So he's going all out. That always worries me when I see a player doing that, because all he's done is give Bill a free go again. So I don't rate Chicu's chances from that attempt. There was no thought for safety, and he's just coming to the table 29-0 down, and when he gets back to the table it could be double that or more. It's amazing that there's a lot of players in Virtual Pool 4 who've got no semblance or idea of safety. Absolutely none. Guys that just feel that they're obliged to go for anything that's out in the open, even if it's, even if it's a low percentage shot, or even if it's a risky shot, when it's far easier sometimes to play a safety. They've just no idea. And then they wonder why they end up getting beat, because there's far too many what I call one-dimensional players. They've only got one way of playing, that's to hit balls with no real purpose in mind of what they're doing, which is why they never ever progress. And meanwhile, Bill just going about his business. I think Bill now can relax from the point of view that all he needs to do is just let Chicu have half a chance. He'll go for it, he'll miss, and Bill will just pick him off. What was your score you predicted earlier on there, Semi? 150-45. I think you were generous with that. I think I'd take 25 off that score of Chicu's, looking at what I've seen with that first shot. I would knock 25 off that. And really, if Bill is to prevent Chicu getting 45 points on the board, Bill's just got to play wisely and not start getting lazy and taking his eye off the ball, because that's just, I mean, I don't care what level of player you are, if you leave enough balls in the open, they're going to get potted. So Bill doesn't want to have that approach. He wants to stay on the ball 100% and keep everything tight and frustrate his opponent. Well, that little draw there, a little delicate one, could have done a wee bit more for safety's sake there, but he's left the 2 on. Now, is he trying to just stun this 2 and catch the other one? No. So, well, these 2 balls are both just outside the triangle, so he's going to have to obviously get rid of one. Let's see what the line is on them. Well, if he just pots a 9 and comes back a bit, he can leave a half decent shot on this 8 ball. He wants to kill it there. He wants to stun this straight in and kill the cue ball right there where the 8 is. That will do. And now this shot, he can just have a tiny tad, half a tip below the equator, and a firm stun, and hopefully the cue ball isn't going to squirt away anywhere. Yeah, how's his luck though? Well, he's got a bailout ball. He's just got a bailout ball. The 9 ball's there, but nothing else. So he just has to make sure he gets this. He's bound to run into the 14 or the 1, in which that'll leave him on maybe the 6, and that'll push the 2. Well, he's hit the 14 onto the 1, but at least he still get the shot. So Bill comfortably in the lead, breaks up the 14 and the 1. But now from this 14 ball, he's not got many choices. He drops the 14 in, he's got the 1. He really needs to fall short on the 1. He needs to leave the cue ball where the 14 is if he could help it, but I think the angle doesn't allow him to do that, because he's just trying to get into them, and now he's in trouble. He's going to have to take the 1 and go up the table and then take that 10 ball, because it's not really set nice to continue this run. But well, he maybe rushed that a bit. So Bill's visit ends on 17. The lead is 46-0, and Chicu has a free go. And he's probably, if he takes my advice, he's better leaving that 1 ball up there where it is for the time being as a bailout. Well, he wants to take this 15, kill the cue ball, and then pot the 12 so he can get the little nudge. Well, he's looking at the 7, but he should have to take this. I mean, the 7's still a break ball as long as he doesn't move it, and he's gone too far on the 12. That's not a good shot. That needed to stay higher up the table so he could get into those two. Well, the 6 will go if you get high on it, and that there, I'm afraid, hasn't worked out. It's still awkward, but I think he can dig this 7 ball down the rail and still hold for the 6. Well, he's potting into the middle. Still on the 6 though if he wants it. I mean, it's not a difficult shot, the 6 ball, and I would be going for that now when I've got half a chance of seeing it. He might not get any better on it. Well, he has got better on it, and this is where he just has to get lucky because he's got no clue how this is going to end up. What's he doing with the 5? Is he cutting it instead? Up and down the table. Well, that needs to slow down or he's going to be blocked by the pack. I think that's okay. That is not bad. And got to get the pot though. One cue ball squirting off the back of the pack. And again, it's going to have to be a cut down the rail with the 12 by the look of it, or the 10 ball, whatever it is, the 12 it is. Or is he going to try and drop that into the middle? I don't think so. Oh dear, that's a bad miss. Again, taking things too quickly. Got to use that shot clock and get himself set for a shot. So it's just 11, and Bill is going to continue the pattern. He's just going to score more in his contributions than Chicu will. Now is Bill going to get aggressive, pot that 15 and try and break into the balls right now? Or is he just going to pick his way through them? I presume there's no problems with the stream. Celtic Rangers games at half time, I think it's 0-0. Well, they're all available. Bill's leaving the 15. There is his bailout ball, just in case. And he's also got, well, he's got 4 break balls potentially. One of them is gone. And now you can get rid of the 4. Could take the 9 long. Chances are he'll run into his 15 as well. I don't think he's that keen to take the 11. As I say, he could cut the 9, probably run into the 15. So it's looking very likely it's going to be the 3 ball. And the 2 has also dropped in. So now just come back an inch. That's all he needs. And that will do. So full focus in the pot again. Don't worry about the pack. You're going to hit them. That's guaranteed. But not too much juice. Just wants to make sure he comes off that pack, doesn't get stuck in anything. I think he's got nothing. First glance, he ain't got much. He's going to have to cut that 1, I think, and that is very thin. There's nothing to be had over there. I wouldn't even waste my time looking at that side. This is the ball it's going to have to be. It's got to be thin. And he's putting inside English on it, and that's why he's missed it. I don't know why he wanted to put inside English on it. He should just have hit that plain ball thin, because he's making the shot even more difficult doing that. And Bill's contribution ends in 14. And Chicu back at the table, but a big margin already to make up. That's going to run too far, is it? Yes, it has. He's no shot. Well, what's he going to do here? Well, he's got to cut that 11 across the 5. He's got it. The 11 goes in as well. Maybe he didn't need quite as much power. Needs an angle on the 7. He's got. Just get out and up above the 13. He's come back the way. Now everything's set, apart from, again, a really obvious break ball. The 13 and the 6 back of the pack. 14 is in the triangle. So I suspect from this layout he's not going to have really a great choice of how he gets into the pack. If he was going to leave the 8 ball, that would be one good option. If he got right on the 9, it would possibly be another. Well, he simply has to get up the table. He has to be playing that 8 ball from like there to get the hit. And that won't do it. Well, good luck with this shot. I don't know what he tried, but he's completely missed the 8 ball, and he's left Bill a good angle on this 8 to try and find a point on the rail with a bit of spin to catch the pack, and he's missed it completely.
Semi-Pro 4. Don't understand why players don't play safe on potting 8B.
What do you mean the shot that Chicu had there? I mean, he'd absolutely no chance of getting into the pack. And in fact, it wasn't that easy, I don't think, either, because he was fairly straight on it to get it particularly safe. But I mean, he could have just potted it and run into the pack. That would have been as good a safety as anything.
Cobra 4. Remind what keys to play safe.
Is it not control and the square, what do you call it? Yeah, the square bracket. I think it's the one next to the enter button. Something like that. It's just parallel with enter.
What Inian is call safety instead and just leave white where 8B was.
Yeah, just just leave the cue ball there. Yep, that's a good safety. But then again, Bill would have just rolled into the pack and left him in bother. I mean, it's you have to concede to the fact that you have no chance of getting into the pack from the shot he had anyway. But Bill back in. Well, Chicu's creeping ever closer towards that 45 that you gave him, semi-pro. And he might get by the 25 that I thought he'd end up getting. Right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take 2 minutes, and I'm going to get my steak pie on. Back 2 minutes. I've got to fit my dinner in between these streams. So my stomach takes priority, I'm afraid. The oven is on at a low heat so the pie can warm through. Well, when I say pie, half of my pie, because I ate half of it yesterday. Then I'll get my potatoes on, and then I can nuke my my peas, pancetta and leek as my side dish to my steak pie and potatoes. Salt and pepper to taste, and then a good dollop of brown sauce on the pie, and that'll be Sunday dinner taken care of. So Bill's got his break shot. He's got a 50-point lead. That's maybe a bit too straight. Yeah, he's got a slight angle, but he doesn't want to lock solid here. Good firm stun, and well, if he's desperate enough, I think he can get the 5 anyway, so I don't think there's a worry there. He can see the 5 no problem. Second half just started in the Old Firm game. 0-0. I think he's on the 8 ball. Yeah, just on it. And now it'll be the 2, I think. He's doing an awful lot of fiddling about here, Bill. Just roll the 2 in. Worst that's going to happen is he's going to be on the 6. Now, of course, he's doing a lot of fiddling about because he's got 2 problems to deal with. He's going to try and... he's going up the table. I don't know whether he's trying to create something off this 6 ball. That 10 ball is fairly tight to the rail. It's about 1.5 millimeters off the rail, but it has to be hit sweet. That needs to bounce. If it does, he's on the 15. But I don't think again he's got any angle. If we look at the 9 goes. And that solved that problem. Now, can he take the 3 and run into the 13 and 1? I think he can. I think that's the shot he's playing. He seems to want to be putting English on this for some reason. I don't know why. And now he's squared the cue up. Right, so he's now got a break ball. So it's looking good now. Well, he's about to. He's looking at the one. The 9 ball's in the triangle. That one should be left where it is. And if he pots the 6, he can come around the other side of the table and take the 13 and get it out of the way. Well, he's going to do it another way. Now if he goes forward here and tries to come around him, he doesn't want to disturb anything, so he's going to leave the 13 long, unless he's going to leave the 13 as his break ball. But I think you can pot the 13 and squirt through up top side there for the 6. Now it's all about the line to the 1. That needs to bounce. That is not bad looking. So the run is 27 and the lead is what, 65. Comfortable lead for Bill. Needs a good break, and that'll do. Back in business. And now the goal is to get himself onto that top 10 leaderboard for the high runs, so he's got a fair bit to do yet. I think, as a matter of fact, I think Chicu is in number 10th place. I think he's in 10th place with 55 or something like that. So Chicu can pot a few balls, but he's going to have to do that now if he gets a chance. And once again, Bill's at a stage now where he's running out of shot options here to improve the situation, and he's tightened the rail, which even that narrows down his choices even more. Well, there's nothing set in amongst that lot. And now he's going to have to leave it in the middle of the table and probably play the 13. I don't know, maybe he's not comfortable with that, but if he plays the 12, that's not exactly ideal either. That 2 ball needs to stay away, and that's blocked it, and he's on nothing. But he's going to have to make the combo. Well, it's an awkward 11 ball. He's got to stay over the right hand side of the table or he's going to have no follow up shot. Got to leave that 12 in the open. And he's overcut the 11. So the run ends on 36. And again, those clusters, every opportunity you can get to just improve them, you've got to deal with them or you leave it too late. Now let's see if this is going to be handy to break them. Yes, it is. Where's the cue ball going? No, we all know where it's going. And Bill straight back in. So we've had the 8 ball in the triangle, 5 ball behind the pack. Bill just about to drop onto treble figures here. Has to finish high or low on this 5. I think he's gone dead straight. Yeah. Absolutely poker straight, trying to create an angle. I don't think that's enough. So, if he wants, he can punch the 9 up the table and just come back to the pack for safety. And I don't think we've seen that many players calling safeties in this tournament. Probably because most of them don't know how. That'd be one reason. Now what the hell is Chicu looking at here? Bill looking at here? Has he called the bank? I think. Well, that's reasonably safe, I would say. I mean, there is a 7 ball there to entice somebody to do something daft. And Chicu looks as if he's interested. Nothing goes there. Well, he's going all out for the 14. That was a good shot. But is he going to score? That's the bigger question. It's all very well pulling off one good shot. And he's locked that cue ball straight into the cluster. Unfortunately, he's still got a shot. Chicu now on 26, but he is a long way behind, and Bill is only 48 away. Well, now would be the time for Chicu to increase his high run. Again, that was overhit. I don't believe he played up there to play the 10. I think he's just getting the cue ball into the table. But he could have played for the 15 or the 2 there had he got the pace right. And then of course we've got this 8 ball that's on the side rail doing nothing, and all of these other balls are all more or less in the triangle apart from the 6. So he can deal with the 15, and if he's got the right angle he can just go chip onto the 5 if he onto the 2 if he can. He should be taking a 15. And that'll do it. Now the 8 ball isn't much use sat there, and the 6 ball, well, the 2 balls right close to the pack again, so 2 balls are going to go. If he gets straightish on the 8 ball, he needs to play this with a bit of inside. Well, he's going for the 11 instead, and he's going to end up playing the 8 long, and that from this side it's not doing much good. He's going to have to roll through if he can and keep this. In fact, he's got too much angle. He might have to take the 6 from the middle of the table, but he's close to the rail, so Maybe he's just relying on luck to get somewhere. I think he is. You know, when you're not playing for a specific spot and you're ending up relying on just getting good, sooner or later it's all going to go pear-shaped, which it has here. So it's the big cut and the big boom bang bang round the table, trying to avoid a scratch and trying to hit the pack, and that's worked. 10 out of 10 for that shot, and he's on a ball and he's got a chance to get his first target, which will be 50. Now look at these balls, they're all not bad positions. If you take the 2, the 8, the 14, everything from the right side, you can get rid of all of them. Well, he's just blown it straight away. Missed the 5 ball by a mile, and the contribution's only 15, and Bill comfortably can add to his total. The match has been going for about 51.5 minutes, and it might not be that much longer for Bill to take this out.
Forever 159. Wannabek MEFAMUS. By followers, primes ANDVIUS on ****, bigfollows.com. Jocelyn 797. Wannabek MEFAMUS. By followers, primes ANDVIUS on ****, bigfollows.com.
I like the way it says Wanna Beckhamy. So that says got 2 bots. Well, there's a good combo right down the rail there. How about that one? The 2, the 8, the 13 onto the 3. I think if you play this at the right pace, it would drop in. It's just going to catch the jaw. Excuse me. Well, Steve's seen enough, he's gone. That's enough for Steve. In and out. Well, he could be aggressive here, cut that 5 and just bring the cue ball across and just try and move something. He's not risking it. Now, is he content to play this 4-ball combo? Just drop to the rail. Well, he will be now, once he pots the 1. But he's heading away from the line of the 2-ball with this shot. So he looks as if he's going to play the 11-3 rather than the 4-ball. And there we go, problem solved. And a probable break ball with the 2 if he can get out into the table. So Bill on 112. And he just needs to finish somewhere up by the middle pockets in the middle of the table if he can. doesn't want to go any straighter. So good bit of pace, and would you believe it, he's missed the pack. And that was because he got a bit straighter than he wanted. If he'd been deeper into the middle of the table, it'd have been much easier to cut that and hit the pack. But anyway, it's another 13 to the contribution, or to the cause from that contribution, I should say. And he's again, to use racing terminology, he's coming round the crown of the bend with a couple of furlongs left, and he's got like 8 furlongs in front of the other guys in the pack. He is well in front. And as far as Chicu goes, he has to get another 7 points in order to achieve what Semi-Pro gave him. Semi-Pro gave him 45 at the beginning of the match, and he's still short of that. So, well, that's a point away, but no damage done. While that's going on, let's just have a look at the bracket. So we know that this match is going on, and we've got the match later on tonight in the one-loss side with LS3 and Mr. Fox at 7 o'clock. And then before that, we have the match on the winner's side between Bankster and Hazard, and that's going to be at 5 PM, and that's going to be it for the day. And I hope you can join us, and I hope that this match between LS3 and Mr. Fox doesn't go on too long. I want to get in my bed. I'll have a quick look at the 66 minutes going at Ibrox. It's still 0-0, and today was the 50th anniversary of the Ibrox disaster in 1971, where 50 odd people get killed in a crush on Stairway 13. Well, Chicu's going back the way, he's lost a point. Now the 3 ball's been called, and he's just a bit too heavy. But Bill doing the right thing, keeping it tight, and just prepared to just bide his time. Doesn't need to push the boat out and do anything, just pick off what's going to be there. He's going to get plenty of chances to finish this match. And now he's got a perfect opportunity to skim off that 9, just an edge off the 9 and get down onto the bottom rail. That's where he should be heading. Just clip the paint off that 9 and get the length. That's always a shot I like, because it does make it much more difficult to get an edge and not nudge something out from distance. I see Chiku's well shot and that makes it a lot easier for Bill. He can clip the 1, but the problem with that is he has to get it very thin. If he can catch the very edge of the 8, that would probably be better.
Jarzad 50. A lot of this spam crap on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not anything I put in Twitch. It's obviously bots that Twitch have on. If I knew how to remove them, I would do it. So this, oh, Bill's got that all wrong. I think that needed a little feather of left hand spin just to clip the 8 but kick off the rail to the left to avoid running into the pack. So not a great safety for Bill. I didn't see that he'd called anything there. I just think he's got the shot all wrong. And while I've been watching that, Rangers have scored. Goal was scored in the 69th minute. It may well have been a free kick. See if they show another replay. So that's him 19 points in front, and Celtic's got 20 minutes to try and save something from this match, or it's all over. Chicu's got his emergency backup ball, which if he doesn't want to queue over the 10 and pot that 5, he's going to have to get rid of it now. 8 balls there. Could do as a break shot. 10 ball might do as well. Both of them at the top of the pack though. I think that's too bad an angle. He's putting loads of inside left on it. How's his luck? I don't think it's that good, I'm afraid. Can he exceed a 4? He's trying to just bend it around the 13. Now he seems to want to go another way. What's he doing now? Is he trying to billiard it off the 1? Yes, he is. Now he's left with another combo if he wants it. He's staring it right down. Well, Chicu has got to 52. And Bill has let him in with that mistimed safety shot. Now you can pot the 14, kill the cue ball and leave the angle in the 2 to break the pack there. That's the shot. And he hasn't seen it, or at least if he has seen it, he's not interested in doing it now. And now we've got a fight on the park at Ibrox. All 22 players all gathered in a bunch. Referee brandishing a yellow card. That's one Celtic player booked.
Semi-Pro 4. Beat my prediction.
Well, he's overachieved from what I thought he might get at the beginning of the match, after having seen his first shot. And now he's created a problem. So Chiku's run goes to 21. It might be ending shortly though. And he may well try off this 14 ball. This is going to be his last chance to get a little split in these two. And landed on the 7. The 15's at the back of the pack. Well, the 2 ball would do as a break shot, so I think he's got to, if he's going to take the 7, he's going to have to be gentle to keep an aim on this 12 so the cue ball doesn't squirt away too far. He's just got to gently get it in, but he's overhit that by a country mile. And like as predicted, the visit ends on 23. Chicu on 60. Bill stalled in 116 for the time being. "15 minutes left at Ibrox, still 1-0 to Rangers." And Bill has got, well, he's got an angle, but he's going to have to help this cue ball into the pack. That solid wall of balls, and in doing that he's missed a 12, and Chicu can score some more. So it's just gotten a bit sloppy for Bill his last couple of visits. And the amazing thing is that if Chicu got his act together right now, there's a potential to get right back in this match. But oh, that 6 ball wiped its feet twice and then eventually decided to drop. Chicu again trying to get into the pack, wasn't a good angle. Now let's look from the top side at that 10 ball. Well, that 10 ball doesn't go, it goes into the middle if you're there. If you finish there to cut the 10, you can break the pack, but it's asking a lot for that to happen. He's going to try again off the 8. Looks to have, no, he's too straight. He might be running around the corner. What's he doing? Is he drawing this or going top? Yeah, he's going top. And he can see the 12. Or the 10, I should say. Or was it the 12 we potted? I've lost track now, I'm too busy watching the game. Well, in the efforts to improve the situation, he's missed a 10. and I think he's got away with it. Yep, he's got away with it. Again, Bill can just brush off the 3, and even if he doesn't hit the rail, he's leaving it covered. Yep, I wouldn't have went for that. I would have just brushed off the 3 behind the cluster, and there'd have been no damage done, and you wouldn't be giving any encouragement to Chicu, because now he can smack these balls. And it won't matter how Chicu does this, if he keeps getting chances to pop balls all the time, he's just reducing the deficit. And now he's created an awkward ball. That 15 ball looks tight. Yeah, about 1.5 millimeters again off the rail. Not easy. And he's missed the element. So Bill has been reprieved at last. Well, we thought this all could have been all over 15 minutes ago. Well, that cheated the pocket all the way, that one. And now it's a thin cut. And the big blast into the pack. Oh, he's playing the reverse bank. Let's have a look. Well, that's a good safety. So 50 points, the deficit for Chicu. Nothing doing here. And Bill will have a free safety in a minute. Can pot the 3. This time it's Chicu that goes for distance. And the cut on the 1 is on, and he's cut it off the rail, and that may well be Chiku's last shot. If Bill can get started again. Plenty of balls available. There's a break ball already in position, that 15 ball. Again, another opportunity off this 9 ball, or even the 1, just to get on that 7 or 10 ball at the back of that cluster. In fact, tell a lie, it's the 14 ball. Well, all of those balls go from the opposite side, as long as that 15 ball goes out the way, but the 15 ball would have been the break ball. And he's now opened him up slightly, nudging the 6 out the way. That 14 ball is just an annoyance where it is. I mean, it can even draw off the 2 down towards the 11, and the worst that's going to happen is going to be on the 10 into the middle. But if he can get on that 14 and avoid the 15, he can do it from this shot as well. It gets rid of it. Don't hit the 15. And now he's in reasonable shape. He could get rid of that 12. That's another one he wants to get shot of. So Bill on 132, slowly but surely is getting there. Again, he's just short. Would have much preferred to have been on that parallel line. But in goes the 15. He's on the 8. He's on the 1. He's on the 13. And he's 14 away. With enough balls here to see the match through. Now, on the 3 ball, he can then open these up. I might have been too straight. Well, there was just a hint for a short period there that Chicu was maybe going to get within touching distance of Bill, but it didn't come to fruition, so Bill should be home and dry if he can get something opened here just to give him the balls that he needs. So 9 away. And he'll try it off this 10 ball. Just a little brush. That brings another couple into play. Going to have to be the 8, I think. You can see the 11, I think. Yeah. And that final cannon should do the trick. So these 6 remaining balls are all he needs.
Semi-Pro 4. GL in your match later hazard.
And 10 seconds left in the Old Firm game. Celtic with a corner. That's not including injury time. But this match should be over as well. And I think Steve's maybe dropping in. Maybe he's wanting to restart the server again. He's maybe waiting to see this match is finished before he does it. I think that's maybe what he's up to. We'll soon find out.
Jarzad 50. Tom 8.
Oh, what the hell's happened there? What did Bill miss there? I missed that completely looking at the Celtic game. They're into injury time and somehow Bill's missed and Chicu's back in and it's not over yet and he's got a break ball. And has he gone far enough? Barely. He's barely there. He's going to brush them, but whether he'll get much out, I don't know.
Semi-Pro 4. Bill potted white.
Well, there's the same old story then. He scratched. And can he see the 12? I don't think he's got anything here. That 12 looks too tight. And just waiting in the referee's final whistle going at Ibrox. How much injury time is there? 4 minutes, and they're already into the 91 minutes and 33 seconds. Well, he's just got to get to this bottom right hand corner here. That's the only place I can see where he can leave it, and he's not going to leave much. And he might even leave the cutback in that 13. Is it a 13? Well, he's called the 3 ball. Well, this is just going to sell himself down the river here. Yeah. Hasta la vista, baby. About a minute and 15 seconds left at Ibrox. Bill 4 away. Yeah, I told you, that's why he was in looking. I knew he was up to something. He wasn't coming in because he was looking to see the match. He's looking to see how long this has got till it's over. And he's waiting for the result just to come through before he does the restart. I knew that. I can read his mind. Well, this match started at when the hell did it start? 1 o'clock, and we're an hour and 25 minutes into it, and Bill almost home. Although he's going to have to play a combo here or the cut in the 12, one of the two. Oh, he's got the cut in the one. So 1 away. And Bill is going to go through to the next round on the 1-loss side. So Bill wins the match by 150 points to 77. And we'll just look at that 1-loss side bracket, and we'll see how much time Bill's got in his hands. Where the hell is that? Is it at the top? Why can't I see Bill's match now? There we go. So Bill is now through to play the winner of Popman and Dirty Harry, and well, that's up until January the 12th for that one. But anyway, to more important matters, the next match is on the winner's side, and that's going to be between Bankster and Hazard. I'll be there for that. So until then, I will see you later, guys. So take care. Hope you can join me later on this afternoon. We'll be back for some more Virtual World Straight Pool Championship matches, and hope to see you then.